Now, Arri released a new Skypanel. Well, they didn't release a new Skypanel, but it might as well be a new Skypanel. They have the 30, the 60, and the 120. Now, if you don't know, the sky panels are very soft light that wraps around your subject. It looks beautiful, and you've always been able to change and control the color of your light as far as being on the Kelvin scale. The last update that just came out, which was announced yesterday at NAB, is the 3.0 firmware update. Now, what this update will allow you to do is to, I'm almost at a loss for words because it fixes so many problems that come along with lighting that I never thought would come in a light that I'd want to have to begin with. So this firmware update applies across the board for the Arri Skypanels. You're not going to find it in the L7 series, you're not going to find it obviously in the Fresnels or anything because they don't have any firmware. But what this allows you to do is you have 42 separate effects, for lack of a better word, that you're going to be able to use this light to be able to provide. So, for instance, one of the biggest problems that cinematographers have is replicating firelight. Usually what we'll do, and what I've seen others do, is to go ahead and rig up a whole bunch of light bulbs and have them all on dimmers and have a couple people flipping switches and bringing them up and down and everything just slightly and a little more, a little off, and doing that on a little hand squeezer or a variac, a little dimmer. But this light, it doesn't have to be dimmed down. You don't have to worry about any of that, because behind the front of the sky panel, which is a very soft diffusion that allows, like I said, the light to wrap around your subject, what we have are hundreds and hundreds of these tiny little LED lights. Now, what these do is these are all individually controlled by this remote that came out. Now, the remote itself is additional and it does cost $340. You can pick up the USB cable and the remote to be able to plug right into the light and then use that as your master and daisy chain all of your other skylights together and be able to replicate the same effect. Now, the effects go on endlessly, but the firelight was the one that I was the most excited about because all of these LEDs are doing just a little something different. And if you want to go for a cooler fire or a hotter fire at 2000 Kelvin, or you want to go much higher and you want maybe, you know, a white hot fire type of thing going on, you can do that as well. This is definitely a game changer, even for me. For the next film that I'm going to be going out to shoot, I had to call somebody up immediately and say, hey, we need to change our gaffing pack or lighting package because this just changed the game for us, and it's going to save time on our day. It's going to save equipment, and it's not really going to cost us too much. And the update, they're passing the update out on these tiny little Arri USB drives that they're just handing out. And you can just plug it in and just go right off of that. So it's very easy to install, it's very easy to update. The remote allows you to dial in exactly how much sensitivity of this light you want to be able to use. Now, like I said, there are other sort of abilities with this light, it's the effects that they give you. One of them is a paparazzi effect, so if you have somebody walking out and you want it seeming like there's all these flashes going off in their face and everything, it can do that as well. Now, I did say that it's a soft light, but a flash would be a hard light, right? So how does that work? Well, it stays soft, but the light only stays soft as long as you're not punching the crap out of it. But this light has the ability to get really, really bright. It's definitely something that's very interesting and exciting, and it was one of the things that I was most pleased with to be able to see.